Well, hi there, Internet. My name's Court, and you've got courtside seats for my review of Hereditary. Let's do it. Hereditary is a horror drama mystery film from first-time feature director Ari Aster and A24 Films. The movie stars Toni Collette, Gabriel Byrne, Alex Wolff, Shapiro, and Ann Dowd. When the matriarch of the Graham family passes away, her daughter's family begins to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry. Now, I heard amazing things about this before I went to see it, amazing things coming out at Sundance. I heard it was really crazy intense. And although I have a very strong stomach for horror, I remember thinking, I went in a little bit apprehensive thinking like, can I handle this? First thing I want to say is this movie is going to be, and already is, really divisive. I was looking at the user reviews on IMDb and they're either like 1 or 2 stars or 9 and 10 stars and not a lot of middle ground. And I think the reason for that is, obviously all art is subjective, movies or songs or paintings or whatever. But I think in film, the 2 genres that are the most subjective are horror and comedy. People are tickled by different things and people are scared of different things. For me, I know that supernatural stuff, while it can freak me out while I'm in the theater, it doesn't really stay with me because I don't really believe in the supernatural. Whereas other people really do believe in that, and that stuff really gets under their skin. For me, it's things like mental illness and psychological horror, that's where it really gets under my skin. This movie has elements of both. Also, I know some people really want to have the scares coming constantly, action-packed, whereas I like a movie that takes its time to get me into the right mindset. This is more the latter film. So what did I think? Well, I almost want to call this movie a masterpiece. Not quite. We'll get to that in a bit. But I will say, I was on the edge of an anxiety attack from the opening frame till the moment I walked out the door. Now, there's not a bad performance in this movie. Gabriel Byrne is really good, because Gabriel Byrne's a really good actor. His is mostly a quiet performance, kind of just stoic, subtle, but he does have his moment of breakdown, and it is very good. Alex Wolff, I've been taking more notice of this guy. He was in Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle, which I liked him in. He was also in this movie last year called My Friend Dahmer, and he was really good in that. He's fantastic in this movie. He's one of the 2 main characters, him and Toni Collette. It's kind of their movie. Now, speaking of Toni Collette, holy Toni Collette is magnificent in this movie. Absolutely magnificent. It's way too early in the year to start talking Oscars. However, I'm very comfortable saying that hers is my favorite performance of the year, male or female, regardless. I don't think I've seen a better performance in 2018 than what she gave us in Hereditary. Now, while this movie is sort of a psychological and supernatural horror on the surface, when you dig deep, the movie is really about family and death and grief and blame and guilt. Those are the central themes that are fed to us through a horror filter. This movie is surgically put together. Every aspect of this movie is designed specifically to make you feel uncomfortable, to make you just feel off. Every shot in this movie is skewed a little bit. Even the way Ari Aster moves the camera can be chilling. There's one moment where he tilts the camera in a specific way and it put chills down my spine. I can't articulate why, but there it is. The sound design is impeccable. The sound mix is very interesting. The dialogue is louder in the mix than it would be in most movies because, again, it just feels wrong. The surround sound is used very well to really disorient the audience and make you feel off. The music itself is also unsettling. From the opening frame of the movie, it came in and I was just like, oh boy, here we go. Also, Toni Collette's acting choices. There are certain scenes where she says something or learns something and you assume she's gonna act it this way because that's what you would think would happen. But she makes the conscious choice to go in a different route to once again subvert our expectations and let us know things are off, things are wrong. Now, the pacing is very slow to begin with. Like I was saying, some people want the scares right away. I like a movie to take its time to get me into the right mindset, and this film does that very, very well. Nothing really scary happens for about an hour, but what it's doing the whole time is building the tension, building the dread, building the atmosphere, so that when the starts going down, you're already raw. A lot of people have likened this movie to The Exorcist or to Rosemary's Baby, and there are elements of both of that, and I think it's in the conversation because this movie really is, in my opinion, that good. But the pacing of those movies, this is very similar to. Those movies don't start off super scary. It takes a while to get there, but it's all the better for it. This film also makes a lot of its 14A rating. The film is not too gruesome, though it does get gruesome at times. However, it makes a very smart decision many times. Something horrible will happen, but we don't see the thing happen. We see another character reacting to it, and sometimes it's what we don't see that our mind has to just conjure up images of that can be way more unsettling and more impactful. Now, I said at the beginning, I want to call this a masterpiece. There is one reason why I'm not going to call it a masterpiece. the only real problem I have with the movie, and that is the end. And when I say the end, I don't mean the third act, I mean literally the last minute or two. Not that it was executed badly, like they executed the whole movie well and then dropped the ball at the end. No, it's executed very well, but the idea presented at the end, even though it is set up a little bit earlier in the film, I just didn't like the idea. I wish the movie had ended a little bit more ambiguous. I would have liked that better, but that's me. Again, this movie is totally not for everybody, but I thought it was quite brilliant. It's magnificently acted. It's intense. It's harrowing, it's claustrophobic. It's one of the most intense movies I've ever seen in the theater. It is deeply, profoundly unsettling. Now, I don't have a proprietary rating system as of yet, so I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna give Hereditary, and I think I'm gonna give Hereditary a... I don't think they can handle this. Out of 10. So now I wanna know, have you seen Hereditary? What did you think about it? Did you hate it? Did you love it? What's your favorite horror movie of all time? For me, I'm gonna say The Exorcist 3. Whatever your thoughts, hit the comments below. Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this review, please smash that like button and give it a share if you really enjoyed it. And hey, why not take a second, do me a favor, click subscribe to my channel for more movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, all that good stuff. You can do so by clicking the Courtshake logo at the bottom right of your screen. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.